I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent in a couple weeks, and that's terrifying, but I'm trying not to be too overwhelmed about it because all I've known for the last year is stress. Employed people don't seem to understand that nowadays you have to know somebody to find a job. And since I was laid off after I moved halfway across the country to a city where I don't know anyone, it's almost impossible to even find a serving job. And if I'm evicted, I can't just go move in with a friend because they're all over 17 hours away. I have a car camping setup, so in theory I could stay in my car, but I recently found out that my 3-year-old car is no longer waterproof. I've applied to well over 100 jobs, and the only thing I get besides rejections are more spam calls, texts, and emails. I paid to be licensed as a substitute teacher, and out of the 12 schools I applied to, I only heard back from one, and it was a rejection. Instacart is full. TaskRabbit is full. Amazon Flex is full. I tried doing Uber Eats, but the only orders I would get would be to drive 45 minutes for $3, and then I still have to drive 45 minutes back, and then it's not even worth all of the gas that you just used. I've had more success making money off of TikTok, but even then it's not enough, and it's hard to be motivated to make videos when you can't afford to eat enough for your brain to function properly. And to film my quilting videos, I have to stand up because I don't own a desk chair, so every time that I try, I don't have enough energy to stand up. My life hasn't been worth living for quite some time. I miss feeling like I have a purpose. I miss being able to participate in life. I miss being able to do the things I once enjoyed. I miss being able to see my friends and my family. It would be so easy to say that I can't take the everyday stress and hunger and give up. And it feels impossible to keep believing in myself and believing that things are going to get better.
What you just watched is not a movie. It's not some scripted drama. That's someone's real life. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into something that millions are quietly battling: unemployment. Not the kind you hear politicians argue about. I mean the type that keeps people up at night, that forces parents to skip meals so their kids can eat, the kind that is slowly becoming normal. And that's terrifying.
And another thing, because this gets me heated, unless you've been on a job search in the last 2 years, you do not know how bad it is out here. The job market is trash. Basura, it's been bad. I'm talking about applying to 20 jobs a day, reaching out to recruiters, doing this on LinkedIn, and hearing crickets. People are trying. People are not lazy. And then people who have a job give the most useless advice, like, why don't you tailor your resume to every single job? You don't think that I've done that? Unless your job is hiring and you have a referral, zip it.
Why the fuck does a job that pays $16.50 need to have a second round of interviews? This is a receptionist job. I'm 21 years old. I've had five prior work experiences. Just hire me.
When you're applying to so many jobs, you just start applying to anything, just to see if the application is actually sending at this point, because there's no way I applied to 50 jobs and didn't hear from nobody, but there is a way. There's a way. Trust me, 2025, there's a way. It's like they want to feel the desperation through the screen. Like putting the application isn't enough. No matter how good your resume is, it's not enough. They gotta feel the desperation. They gotta feel you begging for the job without you even opening your mouth. Like they gotta feel it through the resume. That's why they start asking you all these questions. Like they want you to be like, please hire, please. Like I get it. And it's like not until you start applying to the jobs that you don't even want, just because you want a job, it's like when you start getting the jobs for real. You actually start hearing some motion. I reached the point of applying to so many jobs last week that I applied to be I even applied to Chuck E. Cheese. I applied to be Chucky, bro. I swear to God. I was like, you know what? This is a new low. I'm overqualified, definitely, but I still didn't hear back. That's how I knew this was kind of messed up. Because after I applied there, I started actually hearing back from jobs that I wanted in the first place. So my suggestion is that you apply to a job that you don't really want, because that's when they're going to be like, oh, she really want a job. Chuck E. Cheese? Oh, okay.
I just had an interview at Sephora, and the lady told me over 200 people have applied for a part-time position. And she hasn't even checked it recently. The last time she checked, 200 people. Over. How am I supposed to get a job in this economy when 200 people are applying for a part-time position? She's like, yeah, I still have to do some more interviews this week and check out who applied. No. Hire me. 2 girls in there literally thought I was already working. They came and asked for my help. Girl, I already got the job. They think I'm working there, why can't you?
Getting a job used to be about sending out your resume and waiting for a call. Now, it feels like sending out a prayer into the void.
3,000. That's the number of jobs I've applied to as of today. 3,000 jobs. During the course of the year and a half that I've been out of work after an injury that happened on the job, Trying to find another job has been so difficult. Now, mind you, I have 25 years experience as a sales manager, 29 years as an event manager. I'm well overqualified for any job I apply to, but yet, for some reason, over the course of me applying to 3,000 jobs, I've only had 9 interviews, and I've had maybe 15 callbacks, and all the other ones are fake. These days, you have to actually look at the actual website versus Indeed or LinkedIn, but both of those sites are basically worthless. They're now becoming social media sites where it's more about popularity versus an actual job.
I got laid off in December and it's June now, so I'm obviously not doing a good job at finding a new job. Genuinely, every time I apply for any job, it feels like I'm just buying a lottery ticket. Like, it feels more likely to win the lottery right now than to get a job. And I think that says a lot about the systems that we're using for job applications. I know there was a certain time where it would have been really helpful to use like LinkedIn or Indeed or these other websites, but they become so overrun with fake jobs, with fake applicants, with fake employers. It's just an absolute crap show there, and it makes me not even want to apply anymore. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm wasting my time sitting on these websites and applying for things. A lot of you are going to say, oh, you have to know someone at a company, like reach out to them, or just go in person. Oh, go to the actual website for the company and apply there. Trust me, I've literally done it all. At this point, I'm just at a loss, and I'm kind of like, do I even keep applying? Because I feel like I'm giving a little bit of my soul away every single time I apply and hear absolutely nothing back.
People are sending hundreds of applications, hearing nothing back, or being told that they are overqualified or underqualified, or worse, we will keep your resume on file. And for those that do have jobs, many are working 2 or 3 just to afford rent and groceries.
Day 2 of posting every single day until I can pay off 6 months of daycare. An example as to why I'm doing this is because it is 7:08 here in Tennessee, and I am actually leaving my part-time job to go back to my full-time job. So basically what I do twice a week is I work Monday through Friday. I have to be at my full-time job at 7:30. I don't leave until 5. And then 2 times a week I go in for an overnight shift at the nursing home to be like doing CNA stuff. So just for example, yesterday I worked 7:30 to 5. I got home about 5:45, dinner, all the things with the kids, hung out for a little bit, laid down at 7:30 p.m., got up at 10:15 p.m., worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., and now I'm going to my full-time job from 7:30 to 5. And I do that twice a week, and I solely do that to pay for daycare. So I work a part-time job literally to pay for daycare because daycare is insane. It's just insane.
Good morning, guys. Come to work with me as a young mom working 2 jobs while also having a small cleaning business on the side. Today I work at Dunkin' Donuts from 4 to 7 a.m. Then I go to the dental office from 8 to 5. Then I go to my cleaning job from 5 to 7. So come work with me. I just finished my shift here at Dunkin' Donuts, you guys, from 4 to 7 a.m. Now I'm going to change real quick for my 8 to 5. I just finished my shift here at the dental office from 8 to 5 p.m. But normally we do not leave at 5 p.m. We always have to wait for the last patient to leave. It is currently 5:30 right now. I'm going to go meet up my mom right now so we can start cleaning the office. It's going to take us about an hour and a half to clean the office, so come clean with us. So it is currently 7:30 p.m. right now, you guys. We're all done cleaning the office.
I hate working 2 jobs. I just clocked out on my 8-hour shift, waiting in my car for 30 minutes to clock into my next 8-hour shift. All I want to do is go home, go to sleep, lay in bed. I fucking hate it here.
Let that sink in. You work 14 hours a day and still have to choose between rent and gas. If you thought education was the way out, think again.
I don't even get it, man. Why even go to college if they're not going to have jobs for us afterwards? My dad, my papa, offered to buy me a McDonald's or go to college. I should have taken that McDonald's, man.
Gen Z is facing the worst unemployment rate in decades.
More often than not, it's literally just rejection, rejection, rejection. And it's always like the automated messages. I've only gotten like one where it's like, oh, you can do like a video interview, but that's like the first stage out of like 7 others. So no luck.
So is it just a feeling that there are no jobs out there, or is Gen Z actually facing an employment problem? According to StatsCan, Canadian graduates between the ages of 15 and 24 are facing the highest unemployment rate this country has seen since the mid-90s. In January 2023, the seasonal adjusted unemployment rate in this group was 10%. Just over 2 years later, it sits at 14.2%. In Quebec, unemployment is below the national average, but it's still creeping up.
There's a lot of uncertainty in the market right now. There's also an older generation of baby boomers who haven't left their jobs, but it's really the uncertainty in the market.
And when you add inflation, the trade war with the US, and AI, it's created this environment of volatility and uncertainty.
It really shouldn't be that way. You know, like you put 4 years into your education, you should be able to find at least like a good number of jobs within the field, but it's kind of limited. And so now the option is for a lot of students like me to do a master's or a PhD.
The feds recently announced 6,000 more jobs for youth to attempt to help alleviate the job crunch. Even then, many are losing hope.
It's a little defeating because, you know, it takes time in developing your resume to make sure, you know, you have stuff on it to stand out, to get that interview, to even, you know, kind of get your foot in the door, get connections and stuff like that. So getting the rejection, in which usually comes in the form of an email, it is a little defeating because we put time and effort into it.
Thousands of graduates are buried in debt, holding degrees that no longer guarantee a job. Imagine paying thousands of dollars only to be told you need experience. How do you get experience when no one will give you a chance? This crisis isn't just financial, it's emotional, it's mental, it's spiritual. People are losing hope, relationships are breaking, depression is rising. Because nothing crushes the human spirit more than feeling useless in a world that keeps moving without you.
So I've been unemployed for about 15 months now. It's a really long time. I just got through a final round of interviews the other day, and I thought it went really well. I was really optimistic about it until I got an email this morning that I didn't get the job. And this has been my life for the past year. Getting interviews, going through rounds of interviews, and then not getting it. So it definitely takes a toll on you, and it's very frustrating, and anyone else in this job market knows what it feels like. And I know me just getting interviews is more than I can say for a lot of people who are also dealing with, you know, looking for a job, but this job market is not for the weak, and I just have to go back to the drawing board now.
I'm gonna be a little vulnerable on this app right now, so give me a break. I'm alive, but I'm not living. That might sound really morbid to you, but I promise I'll explain. I have been looking for a job since May of 2024, and even before that. And I've made it very, very far with some of these companies. I've done projects for them, like final interview, everything's been going really great. And then people will just ghost you, or, you know, they'll tell you you've been, like, rejected. Back to my thing about being alive and not living, I just feel like I'm missing out on so many experiences because I don't have the money, or I'm not living in the place that I desire to be. And although it's, like, easier said than done, I just can't stop comparing myself to other people. It's like, or thinking about other things that I could have done and like how I could have gone about things. Like, I know myself as a person, and I know that I put in a lot of hard work and I really care about others, but it has me questioning my worth. Like, maybe I'm not as valuable as I hate crying, hold on. Just a very lonely feeling when I feel like everyone has their life together and I'm like trying to get mine together, and I've been really patient and I'm waiting for the right opportunity to fall in my lap. And I mean, like, I'm trying to put in all the effort that I can, but it comes to a point where it's like, what more can I do?
This one hit hard. Look at the pain in their eyes. You can fake a smile, but you can't fake that kind of exhaustion. And that's the truth. A lot of people are pretending to be okay because society doesn't give them the space to fall apart. They say jobs are out there, but what kind? gig work with no security, minimum wage jobs that don't cover rent, or roles that expect you to have 10 years of experience for entry-level pay. People aren't lazy. The system is just broken. This isn't just a video. This is a wake-up call. If you are watching this and you are struggling, please know you are not alone. We can't rely on systems that don't care, but we can lean on each other. Let's make this more than a video. Let's make it a conversation. Like, share, and hit that subscribe button. If this moved you in any way, I'll be in the comments with you. Let's talk. So YouTube thinks you like this video over here. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Over.